Gemini, the first of the air signs, you are up. Gemini, you are on. Ooh, look at you. The king and the queen. We have much to talk about on this one. A little different on your reading, Gemini. You have the king of swords, and then you have the queen of wands. When we see the thrones happen here, that means we're dealing directly with people who are in charge of you, or your need to dictate and be in charge. And I'm going to do 2 readings for Gemini because this one is very specific to those who have a partner or a spouse, somebody that is in dwelling with someone. I'm getting this idea of, it looks like y'all, I'm hoping that you're on one accord as to how to deal with things at home, like children. I'm getting that, Gemini, that you and your partner may not be on one accord as to how to deal with children or the responsibilities of children. I hope this is making sense to you. The king of swords appears to be you, because that falls under your sign, the air signs. You seem to want to like direct the show when it comes to your children, and somebody, a partner or spouse, has input. I want to just tell you this. Your partner or spouse does love your child just as much as you. So dad, mom loves that kid just as much as you. Mom, dad does love that kid as much as you. I don't know where that's coming from. They want me, your teams, my teams want to remind you that they love the children just as much as you do. But y'all seem to have different thoughts, or if it hasn't happened yet, it's about to come up. You have different thoughts on how you want to do this. Take a look. They're both sitting on thrones. They both have different backdrops and different things in their hands. My queen here, she has a sunflower in her hand. The guy, the king here, he's sitting here with his sword saying, no, this is how we're going to do this. The queen also does not have the sword, but because that's the wand, she has the staff. And it doesn't mean that that's the man and this is the woman. That's the energy that it's giving. Somebody is a lot more nurturing and they're seeing things that you can't see. I would advise you, maybe trust a perspective, even if you still choose to do what you want. You might want to take heed to that perspective because it looks like your partner is using their intuition. They're using their gut instinct. They're not using just what they see. They're actually using, because the Queen of Wands, we know that she deals intuitively. They're using their intuition to speak to you. Gemini, I'm taking my time with you because, you know, Geminis, y'all don't listen. And trust me, I have plenty of Geminis in my circle. They don't like listening to other people. They will, though, when they know it's right. When they feel in their heart of hearts that, that might be good advice, they will. So I'm going to tell you, maybe take the advice of your counterpart. The Hierophant would come out, says balance is necessary, and maybe a mediator if y'all not seeing eye to eye. Maybe you want to look into educational books concerning these things. Maybe you're looking for an authority on the situation. You're like, I'm going to trust somebody who is of authority or someone who is gifted in this area to tell me some things. That's fine if that's what you want to do. But the bigger cards, remember, that's the smaller problems. That's small. The larger cards are saying, maybe have a little bit more faith in your partner about your children. That was very specific. It is about the kids. Okay? And it looks like you might be looking into somebody who has authority or education in that area. Like I do. When I have a question about my children, I go right to my student children, my best friends, and I ask them. Because they were once that age and they're closer to my kids' age, and I taught them at my kids' age. So they're better able to give me perspective, and I always listen. Gemini, there's another read for you, those who don't have children. Look at you. The Moon and the 9 of Wands. Okay, you have been working diligently. I want to say that to you. You have been working diligently. I think this next new moon is going to call in exactly what you're asking for. I would start preparing myself for the next new moon. Maybe there was a product you had to put out. Maybe there was an idea you wanted to do or somebody you wanted to talk to. It's saying that next new moon, and that's what I'm getting. Not that the moon card means the next new moon, but it's saying by the next new moon, you should be able to have this conversation or this talk with. Also, you've been working very hard. I mean, I said conversation. I meant you should be able to put out your product or put yourself out there, whatever you wanted to jump in to do, by that next new moon. It seems to be well for you, and you're going to spend this time right now, Gemini, working on it in secret. Okay? Watch your migraines this week. I almost said today, this week. Watch migraines. And those migraines, Gemini, specifically to you, are not regular migraines. That's called ascension, signs of ascension. For my Geminis that have worked in spiritual things, Treese, talking to you, Simone, y'all working with, these herbs and these crystals and these spiritual entities, it's going to start to affect you. I'm not just talking to those, so I'm talking to all Geminis, but I mention them because I know they're going to watch this. It's going to start to affect you. And those the signs of ascension are going to start to happen, which means you have to be very mindful of the migraines. Don't take medication for it. Just drink the water, get the rest, let whatever is happening in this time happen for you. That last full moon was a big one. And I think it opened up some things for you. If you notice, your money probably started going up. Good things started happening to you. You started being more aware. That ascension is about to happen for you. And I'm not pulling another card for you. They said that's it right there. I said the reading. That was for Gemini. Okay, we're keeping it for those who are just joining. How you doing? This is supposed to be 10, 20-minute tarot with me. Then it turned into 30-minute tarot. But now we're going on until IG kicks me off. Okay, y'all understand? We're going until IG kicks me off. So we just finished with Gemini for the air signs. And now we're going to Libra, who is our next air sign. Look at you, Libra. I like it. Libra, you have the 2 of Cups happening here. And you also have the 4 of Cups. Oh, sugar honey iced tea. How is that possible? So if you're not understanding, we're in the Mercury retrograde. This is the Mercurial sign right here for you, Libra. That's the Mercurial angel sign that's happening there. It appears that an ex wants to take you out. And this is very specific to you. An ex wants to take you and you don't want to have it. Don't accept a drink from them. Don't walk and go to the bathroom and leave your drink out. They might slip something in there. Or don't drink tequila when you shouldn't. Stick with Hennessy if that's what you need to, because they're going to try to hump you. It's some reason that you do not want to join forces with them. I mentioned tequila because everybody knows for me, tequila takes me out of character. I cannot. I must, people will have their ways with me with tequila, and I don't do shots. Make me sick and nauseous. Watch your shots tonight, Libra. Going out, watch the shots. I don't know why I brought up the fact that I get nauseous from them. Maybe you as well. Be mindful of that. Who is this person? Somebody's coming back into your life, Libra. And it appears that you will reject them, or you want to be back in somebody's life. Prepare yourself for rejection. It could go both ways because I don't see anything here that says this isn't you. You could be dealing with a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. You could be dealing with one of those. But either you should prepare yourself to be rejected, or you will do the rejection. It seems like you don't want to go with the person, but I get this idea that you are going to go. Looking at more cups. Hey, look. 7 of Cups, the card of options. All that glitters is not gold. So when you go out and you get ready to have a good time, all that glitters is not gold. Again, be mindful of leaving your drinks out. Be mindful of walking away or having somebody order a drink for you. Be mindful of what's inside of that Long Island. There's a lot of mixes that go on around there. Be mindful of it. I see you wanting to have a good time, but maybe not with the ex. Somebody from your past wants to pop back up on you. Let me see the next one. The High Priestess. She says, use your intuition. I'm telling you, I don't even know why I think I need to pull another card when I already know this stuff, okay? Somebody texted me the other day, and they was like, if you're psychic, just say it. It's not that I'm psychic. It's just that, this spirit team really does a great job of saying what they want. Remember, I am only the microphone. Libra, I'm using a megaphone on you. Be mindful. Choose wisely. Mercury is in retrograde. Communication is off. They might be like, ooh, girl, I want to do this with you. I want to do that. And then when you go out, they ain't doing all that. They taking you to some little place with a $5 happy hour. They ain't take you to, what's the little fancy restaurants? I can't even think of it right now. They might have said, oh, yeah, I'm going to plan a night for us. I'm going to do that. But remember, Mercury is in retrograde. So words get twisted and things get misinterpreted. You need to find out exactly where they plan on taking you, how they're getting you there, how they're getting you home. What's the deal? How are we going to pay for it? Be mindful. All that glitters is not gold. Use your intuition. You have a lot of blue happening here, Leo. A lot of blue around you. This idea of being very calm. So when you talk to these exes, or when you talk to people, or when you meet a new woman or a new man, I want you to embody this calmness, this feeling of, I don't have to rush into anything because I'm going to have what is for me. This idea of Remember, you jump out there, the Lord will have your rear. Isaiah 51 has said it. Is there anything else for Libra? No? Praise the Lord. For my single Libras, go out there. Go and have you a good drink. And it shows like get dressed up. If you take a look at the Two of Cups, it says get a little bit more fancy this time. Get a little bit more dressier. Do better. Maybe take a friend out with you. For my single ones, take your friend out. Go have a good time. Find out what you really like. But it's something that's cautioning me about your drink. Stick to the rivers that you're used to. Don't mix drinks. So if you've been drinking Henny all night, switching to tequila is going to have you twerking on somebody's table and maybe falling, as the mercurial sign is there. I'm not going to say all of that to you. What I will stick with is an ex is coming back. They're trying to get with you. It seems like you are going to be rejected, or you're trying to get to the ex and they will reject you, or you are going to reject this ex. Cool and fine and dandy. If you do want to go out with them because you don't want to pay for your drinks and you want something for free, make sure the words are spread clearly. We are in that stage of retrograde. I don't know. I keep feeling like they're saying something else, but we're not doing that. All right. Next of the air signs, the last of the air signs is Aquarius. How you doing, Aquarius? For those who are just joining, we are going by categories for our 10, 20, 30 minute, whatever minute tarot. We did earth signs first, then we went to fire signs, and now we on the last of the air signs, and we have Aquarius up to bat. Aquarius, you have the Judgment card and the Four of Pentacles. What's going on with you? I've never seen those combined like that before. And so I will say this. One, your spirituality is being called into check. Anytime that Judgment card is coming out, that's what's happening. Your spirituality is being called into check. Almost as if, I don't want to call you fake, but you're not being true to your beliefs. Okay? To thine own self be true. That's why, what's his name said it wasn't Hamlet. It was the one talking to him. It was, what's his name's father? Start with a P. I forgot his name. How could I forget that? I went to Yale for Shakespearean literature. And how could I forget the man's name? Anyway, he told Hamlet before he left, to thine own self be true. To you be true. You don't have to prove anything to the world. But what you do have to do is be real to yourself. Because that's how real things happen. You know how sometimes we use slang and we be like, he bad as shit. Like he looks good. But that plays with our psyche. Because now our psyche doesn't know, okay, does she like people who are bad? We have to be very specific in those things. I think y'all understand kind of what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you call yourself a Bible-toting Christian, then, some of your actions need to align up with that. If you're telling people, hey, I don't really date outside of my race, but then you're flirting with people outside of your race to get money, that's not being really true to yourself. Y'all kind of get what I'm saying? It's saying your judgment call is like, be true to yourself. I also have just in my head just got a picture of a coffin. It literally popped in my head. Not these coffins on the judgment card. I got a picture of a coffin laying straight. Aquarius, you might be dealing with a death right now. As the judgment, the angel Gabriel will call us back home during the resurrection. I'm getting that you might be dealing with a death. There might be a GoFundMe for this one. It's okay for you to donate. Let's not, help out. Let's help out other families. You're going to be a little bit penny pinching. You don't have much to give, which I understand. But this death seems very close to you. Oh, right. One of my girlfriends is an Aquarius and she had a death happen close to her. But this death seems to be close to you. And a GoFundMe, something about a GoFundMe, or people will need help with the repass, or funds are going to be asked of you. If it's going to put you on broke, do not do it, of course. Let's see what the next card says. No, nothing. It's just the Ace of Swords there. I was hoping that the next card would kind of clarify that. The Ace of Swords is just another idea. So maybe you can help in another way. In another way you're supposed to give help. Maybe you don't have the financial means for it. Was that it for Aquarius? I feel like this. Aquarius dealing with a fire sign. Thank you. If there's an Aquarius that's dealing with a fire sign, I think they're into you. I think they really want to spend some time. It says energy. They actually gave me the word energy. I put it to time. But they want to spend some energy with you. And when I'm looking at the Four of Pentacles, that might be it. Maybe they want to spend some money on you. But just be mindful of how far you go with that. Remember, to your own self be true. We're not hookers and we're not gold diggers. So, you know, take what they offer. But, you know, be mindful of asking for things. If you're dealing with a fire sign, I've got this idea that they're really into you and you feel secure around them. Like you're okay being naked around them. That was a different read for Aquarius. I'm just making sure there's nothing else. No, there's not. Moving on. Finally, we get to the blessed water.